Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting with a coin that many people may overlook, the 2009 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Yes, you heard that right, a simple penny that could be worth up to $2 million. So, if you've got a jar of pennies lying around, it might be time to check if one of these rare and valuable coins is hidden inside. The 2009 Lincoln penny is a special one. It was created to honor the bicentennial of President Abraham Lincoln's birth and to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the original Lincoln penny, which was first minted in 1909. For this special occasion, the U.S. Mint released 4 unique designs on the reverse side, showing different stages of Lincoln's life: his birth and early childhood, formative years, professional life, and presidency. These designs tell the story of Lincoln's journey, from humble beginnings to becoming one of America's most celebrated presidents. One key detail to look out for is the lack of a mint mark on these coins. When a penny has no mint mark, it usually means it was minted in Philadelphia. Philadelphia minted coins are more common, so typically they don't have high collector value. But there's a twist with the 2009 penny that makes it incredibly valuable in certain cases. Here's what sets some of these 2009 no mint mark pennies apart. First, the rarity of certain flawless, uncirculated examples has created significant demand among collectors. Coins in perfect condition are rare to begin with, but coins that are over a decade old, kept in pristine, mint-state condition, are even rarer. In some rare cases, these coins are graded as perfect by professional coin grading services, like PCGS or NGC, which can dramatically increase their value. The other major factor is the historical significance of this specific penny. The 2009 Lincoln penny represents an important milestone in American history, making it more attractive to collectors and enthusiasts. The combination of historical value, rarity in perfect condition, and collector demand is what drives the price up to astronomical levels. With some rare examples valued at over $2 million now, you might be wondering how to tell if your 2009 penny could be one of the valuable ones. First, look for coins that appear to be in near-perfect condition. Check for any signs of wear, scratches, or fading. If you find a 2009 penny that looks flawless, you may want to consider getting it graded by a professional coin grading service. Graded coins are certified based on their condition and rarity, giving you a clear idea of their value. A few examples of these 2009 pennies have already sold for record prices in coin auctions. Collectors have paid up to millions of dollars for coins graded as perfect by grading services. The value of a penny like this could be life-changing, making it worth every bit of effort to search your collection or gather up those jars of coins and start looking. In conclusion, the 2009 Lincoln penny with no mint mark might just be the hidden treasure sitting in your coin jar. With some of these coins fetching prices of up to $2 million, it's an incredible reminder that sometimes the most valuable items come in the smallest packages. So, go ahead and start searching. You never know what you might find. And if you're new here or enjoy content like this, make sure to like and subscribe for more coin and collectible insights. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Hey everyone! Welcome back to BS Coins World. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic that could have a big impact on your coin collection. We're talking about the 1985 Lincoln penny, a coin that could be worth way more than its face value. Some collectors have paid a lot of money for these pennies in top condition or with certain unique qualities. So, if you've got a few 1985 pennies lying around, it might be time to check them out closely. Let's go over what to look for and what makes some of these pennies so valuable. The 1985 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, hence the D mint mark on the front of the coin just below the date. Like all Lincoln Memorial pennies, this one features President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. In 1985, over 5 billion of these pennies were produced, making them a very common coin. So, how could such a common coin be valuable? Well, the value comes from 2 key factors: condition and errors. First, let's talk about condition. Like any collectible, coins are worth more when they're in top condition. For coins, this is called mint state or MS, and the scale ranges from MS 60 all the way up to MS 70. An MS 70 penny would be a perfect coin, with no scratches, wear, or blemishes. 1985 D pennies in high grades, especially MS 67 and above, are rare because most pennies get scratched or worn over time. If you find a 1985 D penny in MS-67 or MS-68 condition, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to a serious collector. Only a few of these high-grade coins are known to exist, and they're highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's move on to coin errors. This is where things can get really exciting. Some 1985 D pennies are worth a lot because of unique minting errors. These errors can happen when something goes wrong in the minting process, making the coin look different from others in circulation. There are a few types of errors to look for on the 1985 D penny. One of the most valuable errors is a double die error. This happens when the design on the coin is stamped twice, making certain parts of the design look doubled. Check areas like the date, mint mark, and the words Liberty, and In God We Trust for signs of doubling. If you find a penny with clear doubling, it could be worth a significant amount of money, especially if it's in good condition. Another error to look for is an off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not aligned properly in the minting press, so the design appears shifted to one side. Off-center pennies are rare, and the more off-center the design is, the more valuable the coin can be. A 1985 D penny with an off-center strike can be worth several $100s, depending on the degree of the error and the coin's condition. Lastly, look out for clipped planchets. This is when a part of the coin is missing due to a problem during the blanking process, where coin blanks are cut out from metal sheets. A penny with a noticeable clip can also be worth more than face value, especially if it's a significant clip. If you're checking your change or going through a coin collection, it's essential to have the right tools. A magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe will help you see the details more clearly, especially for spotting doubling or small clips. Another useful tool is a coin grading book or an app that helps you assess a coin's condition. It's also worth considering having high-quality coins graded by a professional grading service. Graded coins with certification from services like PCGS or NGC are generally more trusted by buyers and can fetch a higher price in the marketplace. Once you've identified any potential errors, or if you think your coin is in exceptional condition, check recent auction sales to get an idea of its value. Sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions can give you an idea of what collectors are paying for similar coins right now. Value in market $1 million. So, there you have it. The 1985 D Lincoln penny is more than just a 1-cent coin. With the right condition or the right kind of error, this penny could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Whether you're a coin collector or just someone who enjoys searching for treasures, checking your pennies could pay off. If you enjoyed this video and want more content about valuable coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, and we've got a particularly intriguing coin to discuss. It's the 1997 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, one that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.1 million on the market. Yes, you heard that right, over $1 million for a single penny. So what makes this coin so valuable? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1997 Lincoln penny was produced by the United States Mint in large numbers. You might even have one lying around in your house or stashed in a jar. But not every 1997 penny is valuable. It's the ones with the D Mint mark that we're focusing on today. The D stands for the Denver Mint, where this particular coin was struck. So, what exactly makes the 1997 D penny so special? It all comes down to certain rare errors and unique characteristics that collectors look for. These unique attributes can make a huge difference in the value of a coin. For the 1997 D penny, collectors are on the lookout for several distinct markers. One of the key features that can increase a penny's value is known as a mint error. In the case of the 1997 D penny, one specific error has collectors talking and spending big money. This error is related to the coin's doubling, also known as a double die error. Basically, what happens here is that during the minting process, the image on the coin gets stamped twice, causing certain features like the date or the lettering to look doubled. This kind of error is rare, and collectors go absolutely wild for it. Another important factor is the coin's condition. This might sound obvious, but it can't be overstated. A coin that's been well preserved is going to be worth more than one that's scratched, corroded, or heavily worn. In the world of coin grading, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. If you have a 1997 D penny with no visible wear and tear, sharp details, and that double die error, you could be looking at a very valuable piece. Now, you might be wondering how to tell if you have one of these million-dollar pennies. The best way to find out is to take a closer look at the coin, ideally with a magnifying glass or microscope. Pay attention to the date, the letters in Liberty, and the motto "In God We Trust" on the coin. If you notice any doubling in these areas, it's a strong indicator that you might have a valuable coin on your hands. So, why is a coin like this worth so much money? The answer lies in supply and demand. There are thousands of coin collectors out there, many of whom specialize in rare and unique pennies. When a coin is rare, and there are only a few known examples with certain features, collectors will pay a premium for it. The combination of rarity, historical interest, and minting errors makes these coins highly sought after and, in some cases, worth millions. Before you rush off to sell your coin, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, make sure you get it professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable grading service. This will give potential buyers confidence in the coin's value and authenticity. Companies like PCGS and NGC are well known in the coin collecting community for their rigorous grading standards. Getting your coin graded will also give you a better idea of what it's truly worth. Finally, if you do have one of these rare pennies, consider selling it through a well-established auction house. This can help you reach serious collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for unique coins. Auction houses can provide you with expert advice on how to market and sell your coin, and they often have connections with high-profile collectors who are always on the lookout for rare finds. So, there you have it. A 1997 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny could be worth a fortune, but only if it has those specific characteristics collectors are after. Take a look through your spare change. You might just strike gold with a penny worth $1 million. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of rare coins and collectibles. We're going to dive into an exciting topic for collectors and penny enthusiasts alike. We'll explore a seemingly ordinary 2001 Lincoln penny. Yes, the one with no mint mark that has been stirring up interest in the coin collecting world. Could this coin be worth a fortune? And could it actually be valued at $1.20 million? The first thing to know is that most 2001 pennies were minted in either Philadelphia or Denver. The coins made in Philadelphia generally have no mint mark, which is normal for Lincoln pennies from that mint. This can be confusing if you're new to coin collecting because other U.S. coins often have a mint mark even from Philadelphia. So, a no-mint mark 2001 Lincoln penny by itself isn't necessarily rare. But certain features and conditions can make this penny highly valuable. Let's break down what that means. First, collectors look at the quality of the coin. When a coin is in perfect or near-perfect condition, it can be graded as MS-70 by professional grading services. MS-70 is a flawless coin, with no scratches or imperfections visible under 5x magnification. If you have a 2001 Lincoln penny in such top-notch condition, it could be quite valuable. While the chances of finding a circulating penny in MS-70 condition are slim, they do exist. And because they're rare, these high-quality coins can attract substantial interest. Second, unique errors can significantly boost a coin's value. For instance, errors such as misaligned strikes, double dies, or off-center strikes can make a penny stand out to collectors. A double die error is when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, creating a noticeable duplication effect. A significant double die error on a 2001 Lincoln penny could be extremely rare and valuable. Collectors pay premiums for these unique finds, especially when they are combined with excellent preservation. What else makes a 2001 penny worth big money? Another factor to consider is demand. Just like with any collectible item, rarity and demand drive up a coin's value. Some collectors are passionate about collecting every error or variation of a specific coin, like the Lincoln penny. When many collectors are vying for one particular error coin or one particular mint year, prices can soar at auctions. Now, let's address that $1.2 million number. While it's true that rare coins in general can sell for millions, it's important to note that no documented sale of a 2001 Lincoln penny has reached this level. However, certain conditions like a perfect MS-70 grade combined with a significant error could theoretically bring a very high auction price. When collectors see even a remote possibility of a big payout, the market buzzes with excitement. But to clarify, it would take a very unique and perhaps one-of-a-kind error to drive a 2001 Penny's value anywhere near that level. To sum up, a regular 2001 Lincoln Penny with no mint mark is, by itself, not an ultra-rare item. However, if it has unique errors or is in pristine condition, its value can definitely increase significantly. And who knows? If you find that rare 2001 penny in your change jar, it could be worth more than you'd expect, especially if collectors are keen to add it to their collections. So, if you're curious about finding one of these potential treasures, start by examining your pennies. Look for any unusual marks or features. A coin magnifier can help spot minor details that are easy to miss. You never know, you might just have a hidden gem on your hands. We're diving into one of the most fascinating topics for coin collectors and enthusiasts: the 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln Penny and the shocking prices these coins can reach in today's market. Believe it or not, some of these pennies are reported to be worth up to $1.3 million. So let's get into why these pennies are so valuable, what to look for if you think you might have one, and how you can assess its true worth. Now, to start off, let's clarify what makes a no-mint mark coin unique. Typically, coins minted in Philadelphia before 2017 didn't have a mint mark. So if you see a penny from 1987 with no mint mark, that in itself doesn't automatically make it a rare or high-value coin. But there are some very specific factors that can make this penny extraordinarily valuable, and that's where we'll focus today. First up is condition. Like all collectible coins, the condition is key. Coins that are still in mint condition or near perfect shape can command much higher prices than those that are worn or scratched. The grading scale used by coin experts can help determine how much a coin is worth, and for a 1987 no-mint mark penny to be valued in the $1 million range, it would need to be at the very top end of the grading scale. Look for pennies with very sharp details, minimal to no scratches, and a bright, even color that shows little to no discoloration. Next, let's talk about errors and anomalies. Error coins are a big deal in the world of coin collecting, and that's no different for the 1987 Lincoln Penny. These errors could include things like double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Some errors, such as a double die error, can make a coin significantly more valuable. So, if you have a 1987 penny, look closely to see if there are any unusual markings or features, especially around areas like the lettering or Lincoln's portrait. Error pennies are particularly popular among collectors because they're rare, and this rarity can drive prices through the roof. Another factor to consider is provenance or the coin's history. If a coin has a documented history or has been verified by a reputable grading company, this can add significant value. For instance, if a 1987 penny was verified as a rare error coin by one of the top grading services like PCGS or NGC, it's more likely to attract serious collectors willing to pay top dollar. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? First, avoid handling it too much and store it safely to prevent any additional wear. Then, consider taking it to a professional coin dealer or getting it graded. Having a grading expert certification can make a big difference in the price you could fetch for your coin, especially if it's indeed a rare variety or error coin. The final question is, why are people willing to pay so much for a 1987 no-mint mark penny? It's all about rarity and demand. As with any collectible, the rarer and more unique an item is, the more valuable it becomes. And because the Lincoln penny is such an iconic coin, collectors are willing to pay a premium for anything unusual, especially if it's in great condition or has a distinctive error. So, there you have it. While not every 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is worth a fortune, certain rare and high-quality examples can indeed be worth an astonishing amount. If you're a collector, or just curious, it's definitely worth taking a look at your loose change. Who knows? You might just have a penny worth $1 million sitting right in your pocket. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting and talking about a rare coin that has collectors buzzing, the 1970 Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, some of these coins are fetching up to $1.4 million on the market. Yes, you heard that right, $1.4 million for a penny. Now, what makes this penny so special? Well, it's all about a particular variety and a rare minting error that happened at the Denver Mint. In 1970, The United States Mint in Denver accidentally produced a small number of pennies with a double die error. For those unfamiliar, a double die error occurs when the coin is struck twice, causing some of the details to appear doubled. This doubling is usually seen on the date, mint mark, and sometimes even the lettering on the coin. It's a pretty rare error and makes these coins incredibly valuable to collectors. So, how can you spot a valuable 1970 D penny? The first thing you'll want to look for is that double die. Get a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and examine the date closely. If you see a noticeable doubling on the numbers, you might have a winner. Another tip is to look for doubling on the lettering around the edge of the coin or the D mint mark. If you find doubling in any of these areas, it's definitely worth investigating further. Another factor that drives up the value of this penny is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect, uncirculated condition. Obviously, the closer your coin is to 70, the more valuable it will be. Coins in perfect or nearly perfect condition are the ones fetching those million-dollar price tags at auction. So, if you happen to find one of these pennies and it's in excellent condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Let's talk a bit about why these rare coins are so valuable to collectors. For coin enthusiasts, these errors are like little pieces of history, each telling a unique story about the minting process. Rare error coins like the 1970 D penny are highly sought after because they're hard to find and represent a unique moment in coin production. It's not just about the metal or design. It's about having a piece of something that wasn't supposed to happen, making it a true collector's item. Now, you might be wondering if you have one of these valuable pennies sitting around at home. It's possible. Check any old piggy banks, change jars, or even those random coins in your car. If you find a 1970 penny, be sure to check for the D mint mark and look for signs of doubling. And if you think you found a valuable coin, it might be worth getting it professionally appraised or even graded by a third-party grading service. In summary, the 1970 D Lincoln penny with a double die error is one of the most valuable pennies you could ever come across. If you're lucky enough to find one in excellent condition, you could be looking at a life-changing amount of money. So, keep your eyes peeled for this tiny treasure because sometimes even a penny can be worth $1 million. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Keep an eye out for more coin collecting tips and rare coin stories. We're diving into an unbelievable story about a simple penny that could be worth $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny that could make you a millionaire. This is all about the 2003 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, which has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts around the world. But how does an everyday coin get such a jaw-dropping value? Let's take a closer look. First, let's talk about what makes this penny so special. To most people, the 2003 Lincoln penny is just another coin in their pocket. However, there's one specific version of this coin that is highly sought after, and it's not just because it's old or rare, it's all about the unique features and condition that make collectors go wild. Now, what's the deal with the no mint mark? A mint mark is typically a small letter that indicates where a coin was minted or produced. Coins without mint marks usually come from the Philadelphia Mint. In the case of the 2003 Lincoln penny, some versions were made without a mint mark, which adds a layer of interest to collectors, but a missing mint mark alone wouldn't push a coin's value to millions. So what's going on here? This is where condition and rarity come into play. When we talk about condition, we're talking about the coin's grade, which is determined by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service. Coins in pristine condition, meaning they have no visible wear, scratches, or blemishes, are graded higher the rarer, and better the condition, the higher the value, especially if it's close to mint condition. Over time, some 2003 pennies have shown unusual features or minting errors. These include things like double die errors, where the image or text looks doubled, or other unique flaws caused during production. Collectors love these errors because they're rare, and they make the coin one of a kind. Imagine a penny with slight imperfections that wasn't supposed to look that way. It's like owning a piece of art that's one of a kind, and that's what gets collectors willing to pay huge sums. Now, why would someone pay up to $1.5 million for a penny like this? Well, it all comes down to rarity, demand, and the thrill of the chase. Just like art and antiques, rare coins become symbols of history, and people want to own them. Plus, there are serious coin collectors out there who will pay top dollar to add one-of-a-kind coins to their collection. If you're looking to see if you have a 2003 penny that might be worth more than 1 cent, there are a few steps you can take. First, inspect the penny closely for any unusual marks or double images. Next, check for that no mint mark. as well as any signs of error that might stand out. If you think you might have a rare penny, consider getting it professionally graded. Even if it doesn't hit the $1.5 million mark, it could still be worth far more than a penny. So the next time you're sorting through your change, take a second look at those pennies. It's amazing to think that a single penny could be worth enough to change your life. Just remember, the value of a coin comes from rarity, condition, and demand. And who knows, maybe that penny in your pocket could be a hidden gem worth millions. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed learning about valuable coins, please hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating coin discoveries. See you in the next video. We're talking about one of the most valuable pennies in circulation, the 1972 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, which can be worth up to $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny that might actually make you a millionaire. So let's break down what makes this coin so unique and why collectors are willing to pay such high prices. First, we need to understand the basics. The 1972 Lincoln penny is a classic U.S. 1-cent coin featuring Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front. Most 1972 pennies were struck in Philadelphia, and coins from this mint don't have a mint mark. But not every 1972 penny is worth a fortune. So what's the key detail here? The secret lies in the doubling on the obverse, or front, of the coin. This type of doubling is known as a double die error, and it's what makes the 1972 Lincoln penny so valuable. If you look closely at a 1972 penny with this error, you'll notice a doubled image on the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1972. This doubling is most easily seen with a magnifying glass, especially on the letters and numbers around the edge. Now you might be wondering, why is this error so valuable? The answer comes down to rarity. Not all 1972 pennies have this doubling. In fact, most don't. Only a small percentage of coins from this year have this unique minting error, making them highly sought after by collectors. These coins are graded based on their condition, so if you have a 1972 penny with a clear double die and it's in pristine or near mint condition, you might have a small fortune in your pocket. So how much can this rare penny be worth? The value of a 1972 double die Lincoln penny can vary significantly. In circulated condition, meaning it has some wear and tear from being used, these coins can still be worth a few $100s. But in higher grades, like uncirculated or mint condition, the price can soar. That's where the $1 million mark comes in. The best preserved examples of this coin have been sold in auctions for prices reaching $1.6 million. If you're thinking about selling a 1972 double die Lincoln penny, it's essential to have it graded by a professional coin grading service. Grading can confirm that your penny is authentic and give it an official value based on its condition. Many top coin collectors and dealers only buy certified coins, so getting it graded is a crucial step if you want to sell for top dollar. Before you start searching through your change, remember that most 1972 pennies without a mint mark are just regular pennies worth 1 cent. The valuable ones are only those with the double die error on the obverse side. But if you do find one, don't overlook it. That small error could be your ticket to a life-changing amount of money. So, what are you waiting for? Go through those old jars of change, check the dates on your pennies, and who knows, you might just find a piece of history that's worth millions. We're going to talk about a very rare and valuable coin, the 1967 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. This specific penny has become one of the most sought-after coins in the world. You might be wondering, why is a penny from 1967, a year when pennies were still made in large numbers, worth so much? Well, the value of this penny can reach an astonishing $1.7 million, and here's why. First, let's start with the basics. In 1967, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies at its two main facilities, one in Philadelphia and one in Denver. Typically, each penny would have a mint mark on it, indicating where it was made. Pennies from the Philadelphia Mint were usually produced without a mint mark, while those from the Denver Mint would have the D mint mark. However, the 1967 penny that has no mint mark and is worth so much is one that came from the Philadelphia Mint but was made under unusual circumstances. Some of these coins were mistakenly struck without any mint mark, and this error makes them incredibly rare. Now, you might be wondering, how rare are they? Well, these coins were never supposed to exist in the first place. The Philadelphia Mint should have been marking all pennies with a P mint mark starting in the 1980s, but it's believed that a small batch of pennies from 1967, which should have been produced without any mark, accidentally slipped through production and became these unique, error coins. Collectors and numismatists alike value coins with such rare mistakes, and in recent years, the 1967 Lincoln penny without a mint mark has garnered attention from serious investors. Some are willing to pay incredible amounts of money to get their hands on one of these error pennies. What makes these pennies even more valuable is their condition. While most pennies from the era were well circulated, and thus show signs of wear, those that are in near mint or mint condition can fetch a higher price. Some of these coins have been graded as high as MS-65 or MS-67, meaning they have minimal wear and retain a lot of their original detail. If you ever come across a 1967 penny, it's important to check for the mint mark and the overall condition of the coin. A typical 1967 penny, with a D mint mark or from Philadelphia, will be worth only a few cents. But if you find one with no mint mark and it's in great condition, you might be holding a coin worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. It's not just about rarity. The story behind each coin is part of what makes these pieces so valuable. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for such errors, and with one of these 1967 pennies, you could have an extremely rare and valuable piece of U.S. history on your hands. In conclusion, while most pennies are only worth their face value, a 1967 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could potentially fetch up to $1.7 million, depending on its condition and whether it's verified as an authentic error coin. If you ever come across one, it's definitely worth getting it appraised by a professional coin grader. Who knows, you might be sitting on a fortune. We're diving into one of the rarest and most valuable coins you could come across, the 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Now, you may be wondering, why is a penny from 1977 worth $1.8 million? Well, you're in for a treat as we uncover the mystery behind this extraordinary coin. The 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a coin that was struck without a mint mark, which is extremely unusual for pennies produced that year. Normally, every penny minted in 1977 would have either an D mint mark for Denver or an S mint mark for San Francisco. But this particular coin, this rare find, was minted without any mint mark at all. It's important to note that the United States Mint is supposed to put a mint mark on coins to indicate where they were made. So, when a penny shows up without one, it raises a lot of questions. Experts believe this coin was the result of a minting error. The most likely explanation is that the minting process failed to place the mint mark on the coin. It could have been due to a mistake in the die or some other error during production. Whatever the case, it resulted in a one-of-a-kind penny that quickly gained the attention of coin collectors and experts. You're probably asking, why is this penny worth a whopping $1.8 million? Well, the value is due to the rarity of the coin and the fact that it was an unintentional mistake. There are very few known examples of coins with minting errors, and this particular penny is among the most valuable because of its unique characteristics. When a coin is as rare as this one, collectors will pay a premium for it. And because there are so few of these 1977 no mint mark Lincoln pennies in existence, the price can skyrocket, especially when it's in pristine condition. The coin was discovered by a lucky collector who noticed something was off about a 1977 penny they had. After having the penny authenticated by a professional, the true value of the coin became clear. Since then, it's been sought after by collectors, coin enthusiasts, and investors alike. This single coin changed the landscape of rare penny collecting forever. If you think you have one of these pennies in your collection, here's how to identify it. First, check the obverse of the coin. This is the side with Abraham Lincoln's portrait. Look closely for any mint marks. A 1977 penny that doesn't have the D or S mint mark on the front is the one you're looking for. Next, make sure the penny doesn't have any signs of damage. The value of such a rare coin would dramatically decrease if it has been bent, scratched, or worn down. Coins in great condition with no mint mark are the ones that fetch the highest prices. If you think you might have a 1977 no mint mark penny, you should take it to a professional coin dealer or a certified numismatist. They can authenticate the coin and determine its true value. Many people have had their rare finds auctioned off through reputable auction houses, where they can reach their full potential price. Be prepared for a bidding war, though. Serious collectors and investors are always on the lookout for rare coins like this, and the competition can drive the price up significantly. So, in conclusion, the 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the most sought-after and valuable pennies in the world. with a potential value of up to $1.8 million. Its rarity, combined with the story behind its minting error, makes it an iconic piece of American coinage history. If you're a coin collector or just someone who enjoys a good treasure hunt, keep an eye out for these rare errors. You never know what might be hiding in your spare change. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about this rare and valuable penny, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing coin stories. And if you have any questions or you've found a rare coin yourself, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. We have something truly remarkable to talk about. The 1964 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Yes, you heard that right. This penny could be worth up to $1 million. But before you rush to check your coin jar, let's dive into why this specific penny is so valuable. First, let's talk about what makes this coin stand out. The 1964 Lincoln penny is a regular coin you might find in your pocket. But here's where it gets interesting. Most pennies from this year were minted in either the Philadelphia or Denver mints. The ones minted in Philadelphia should have a D mint mark or no mint mark at all. Typically, coins from the Philadelphia mint have no mint mark. But here's the thing, most of the time they were meant to be standard issue. However, in 1964, something very rare happened. During the early 1960s, the U.S. Mint was experiencing a shortage of copper, and many coins were struck in large batches to meet the public demand. Some collectors started noticing something strange about the 1964 Lincoln pennies, especially those with no mint mark. Turns out, a few of them were produced without the usual identification of being struck in Philadelphia. Why is this important? Well, coins that lack their mint mark are considered errors or anomalies in the world of coin collecting. These so-called no mint mark pennies are extremely rare, and collectors have gone wild over them. Now, here's the kicker. While most 1964 pennies with no mint mark are worth around a few dollars, certain examples, especially in uncirculated condition or with rare errors, have been known to sell for much more. We're talking about pennies that can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. And, on rare occasions, even $1 million. So, how do you know if you have one of these $1 million pennies? Well, the value depends on several key factors: condition, rarity, and provenance. If your 1964 penny is in pristine condition, has a noticeable error, and is verified by professional coin graders, it could be worth a fortune. To find out if your coin is worth a significant amount, it's essential to have it graded by a professional. Grading services like PCGS and NGC can assess the quality and rarity of your penny. The higher the grade, the more valuable it becomes. In recent years, certain 1964 pennies with no mint mark have made headlines by selling for prices that defy belief. Some have been auctioned off for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And in very rare cases, a lucky collector has even seen their penny fetch over $1 million. Of course, not every 1964 penny with no mint mark is going to be worth $1 million. But if you happen to come across one in your collection or pocket change, it's definitely worth getting it professionally inspected and appraised. So, take a look through your coin jar and inspect your pennies. Who knows? You might just be holding onto a piece of history that could make you a millionaire. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more coin-related content. And remember, when it comes to rare coins, one small penny could make a big impact. We're diving into an incredible find in the world of rare coins. The 2002 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, which has been known to be worth up to a whopping $1.1 million. You heard that right. A penny that's potentially worth a fortune. Let's take a closer look at what makes this coin so special and why it could have such a huge value in today's market. First, let's start with the basics. The 2002 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, and it's part of the regular production of Lincoln cents. But here's where it gets interesting. There are certain unique characteristics of some 2002 D pennies that make them stand out from the rest. These pennies are not your everyday finds, and if you come across one, you might be holding a rare piece of U.S. coinage history. So, what's the deal with this penny being worth so much? Well, it's all about the errors. The 2002 D penny in question is famous for a specific error in the minting process. Some of these pennies were struck with an off-center design, Or they might have features like a double die or unusual markings that make them extremely rare. If you have a 2002D penny with one of these errors, especially in great condition, you could have a coin that's worth significantly more than its face value. How do you know if you've got one of these rare 2002D pennies? Well, the key to identifying the valuable ones is looking closely at the details. For example, a double die penny will have clear doubling on the lettering or the date. An off-center strike might have a shifted design that makes part of the coin's image off-center or even incomplete. If you think you have one of these valuable pennies, the best way to know for sure is to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Once graded, a well-preserved coin with an error can command a huge premium, and it might just be worth far more than you ever expected. The $1.1 million figure comes from a particular 2002D penny that was graded at the highest level for its condition and error. While it's rare, it does show that, with the right coin, you could be looking at a life-changing amount of money. It's important to keep in mind that most 2002D pennies you find will not be worth millions, but it's still exciting to think that a penny, yes, just a penny, can fetch such a massive amount. So, if you're a coin collector or just someone who enjoys looking through spare change, it might be worth your time to dig through your collection of 2002D pennies. Who knows? You might just stumble upon a rare treasure worth a fortune. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 2002D Mint Mark Lincoln penny and its incredible potential value, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin-related content, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin like this. The 1995 D penny, one of the most intriguing coins in U.S. numismatic history, has gained widespread attention due to its potential value of up to $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1995 D penny can be worth over $1 million, but only under specific, rare circumstances. Let's start by talking about the basics of the 1995 D penny. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint and features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the familiar Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The coin is composed of 97.5% copper and 2.5% zinc. Like most pennies minted after 1982. Now, let's dive into the main reason the 1995 D penny is so valuable. It all comes down to a rare error that was discovered by coin collectors. Some 1995 D pennies were struck with the wrong design. Specifically, the D mint mark was stamped on a coin that should have been struck with a 1995 proof die. This error, known as the double die obverse, or DDO, results in a noticeable doubling of the letters and numbers on the coin, especially on the word Liberty and the date 1995. This rare error is incredibly difficult to spot, but for the lucky collectors who find one, the payoff can be enormous. Pennies that exhibit this doubling effect have been sold for as much as $1.2 million at auction. The rarity and unique nature of the coin have made it a holy grail for coin enthusiasts, especially those interested in error coins. So, how do you know if you have a valuable 1995 D penny? The key is to look closely for the doubled features on the obverse, particularly the date and the word Liberty. A magnifying glass or a high-resolution camera can help you spot these subtle but significant details. If your coin has a noticeable doubling, you might just have a piece worth hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. It's important to remember that not all 1995 D pennies are worth this much. Most are just like any other modern penny, worth only 1 cent. But if you come across a 1995 D penny that shows the DDO error, you could be holding a rare treasure that could fetch a small fortune at auction. The value of these coins also depends on the condition they're in. A coin that has been well preserved, showing minimal wear and tear, will naturally fetch a higher price. Coins that are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC will be given a numerical grade that helps determine their market value. Coins with a higher grade, such as MS65 or above, are worth significantly more. In conclusion, the 1995 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny can be worth up to $1.2 million if it displays the rare double die obverse error. While finding one of these coins is an incredibly rare occurrence, it's worth keeping an eye out for those tiny details that could lead to a life-changing discovery. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this information, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin tips and valuable insights. We're diving into an exciting topic: the 1992 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. This coin, which might just be sitting in your pocket change, has been known to fetch an astonishing $1.3 million in the market. That's right, a single penny worth over $1 million. But how does this happen, and what makes this particular coin so valuable? First, let's take a closer look at the 1992 D Lincoln penny. Most pennies you see today are from regular mintage runs, and they're worth just 1 cent. But occasionally, due to certain errors during the minting process, some coins can become rare and highly collectible. In the case of the 1992 D Lincoln penny, this coin is particularly notable for a unique and very rare error: the close AM variety. Now, you might be wondering, what's the close AM error? Typically, on a Lincoln penny, the letters A and M in America on the reverse side are spaced apart. However, in the 1992 D close AM variety, these two letters are closer together. This mistake occurred during the minting process at the Denver Mint, where a die used to strike the coins was not properly aligned, creating this rare variant. This error made the coin extremely sought after by collectors. The 1992 D close AM penny is so rare that only a small number of them were ever produced. Over the years, a handful of these coins have been discovered, and they're now among the most valuable pennies in existence. The rarity of these coins has led to their worth skyrocketing, with some reaching as high as $1.3 million at auction. So, how can you tell if your 1992 D penny is one of these rare gems? It's all about checking the spacing between the A and M in America on the reverse side of the coin. If the letters are very close together, you might have a close AM penny. If they're further apart, it's just a regular 1992 D penny with no added value beyond 1 cent now. I know what you're thinking. Could I have one of these rare coins in my collection? The best way to find out is to take a close look at any 1992 D pennies you might have, especially if they've been in your possession for a while. If you find one, it might be worth getting it authenticated by a professional coin grader to determine its true value. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the market for these coins. If you happen to find a 1992 D close AM penny in great condition, you could potentially have a major windfall. These coins are often sold through major auction houses, where they can go for hundreds of thousands or even over $1 million, depending on their grade and condition. However, because these coins are so rare, they are not easy to come by. In conclusion, while the 1992 D Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin in your collection, it could be hiding a huge value. If you think you have one of these rare close AM pennies, be sure to get it properly assessed. Who knows? You might just be holding on to a penny worth $1.30 million. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin tips and information. We're diving into one of the most fascinating topics for coin collectors and enthusiasts, the 1973 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. If you're a collector or investor, you might want to pay close attention, because this seemingly ordinary penny has gained a reputation for being worth a staggering amount in the market, with some selling for as much as $1.40 million. Let's start with the basics. The 1973 D Lincoln penny is a standard copper penny that was minted in large quantities. However, not all 1973 D pennies are worth a fortune. The key to this coin's extraordinary value lies in a rare error that occurred during its production. A handful of these pennies were struck with a unique flaw, making them incredibly rare and highly valuable to collectors. The error typically involves a double die, which occurs when the coin's design is struck more than once, causing a visible doubling effect on the letters and numbers. These doubled features are most noticeable on the date and the word Liberty on the obverse side of the coin. The presence of this error makes the 1973 D penny a sought-after item, and only a few examples are known to exist. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know if you have one of these valuable pennies? The key is to closely inspect the coin. Look for signs of doubling, especially around the date and Liberty on the front. If you spot this error, your penny could be worth much more than its face value. In recent years, several of these rare 1973 D pennies with the double die error have been sold at auctions for extraordinary prices, some fetching upwards of $1.4 million. This has turned the 1973 D penny into a legendary find among coin collectors. But how do you go about selling one of these rare pennies? First, it's important to get your coin professionally graded. A reputable grading service can assess the quality of the coin and a high grade will further increase its value. Once graded, you can either auction it off or sell it to specialized dealers who deal in rare coins. So, if you have a 1973D Lincoln penny in your collection, it might be time to take a closer look. While most 1973D pennies are worth only a few cents, the rare error coins are among the most valuable in the market today. That's all for today's video on the 1973D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this content and want to learn more about valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. We have a very special topic to dive into, especially if you're a coin collector or just curious about rare finds. We're going to talk about a particular 1984 Lincoln penny that has made headlines in the world of numismatics. This penny, which does not have a mint mark, is currently valued at over $1.5 million. That's right, over $1 million for a single penny. So, what makes this coin so valuable and how can you identify it in your own collection? Stick around as we explore the fascinating story of the 1984 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. First, let's get into the basics. The Lincoln penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, has been in circulation since 1909. It's one of the most common coins you'll find in your pocket. But, as with all things in numismatics, sometimes there are rare, unusual versions of common coins that can be worth a fortune. The 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is one of those rare finds. Now, why is this 1984 penny so special? Typically, the U.S. Mint places a mint mark on coins to indicate where they were made, whether it was in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. For most pennies, the mint mark is placed on the reverse side, just beneath the year. However, in 1984, a number of pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark. These are the pennies that are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. What happened here? The 1984 penny without a mint mark is believed to have been a mistake. While most coins from the Philadelphia Mint are supposed to have no mint mark, some of these pennies were mistakenly released into circulation without any mint mark at all. This small error makes them extremely rare, and when one of these coins surfaces, it can cause quite a stir in the coin collecting community. So, what's the value of this coin? As of recent auctions, a 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark has been sold for as much as $1.5 million. The high value is due to its rarity and the demand among collectors. When a coin is this rare, it becomes a prized possession, especially when it is in good condition. The condition of the coin, also known as its grade, plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that are well preserved and have minimal wear worth more than those that are heavily circulated. If you're wondering how to identify this rare penny in your own collection, here's what you need to look for. First, check the year on the coin. It should read 1984. Next, flip the penny over and look for the mint mark. If there is no mint mark present, you might just have a rare find on your hands. But keep in mind that there are some counterfeits and altered coins out there, so it's always a good idea to have a professional numismatist examine the coin before you jump to any conclusions. Finding a coin like this can be life-changing. If you happen to come across one, it's important to get it authenticated by a trusted grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations will evaluate the coin's authenticity and grade, which will help determine its market value. Before we wrap up, let's talk about why this penny, and others like it, are so valuable. Collectors are always looking for rare and unique coins to add to their collections, and a coin like the 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark checks all the boxes. It has historical significance, a fascinating story behind it, and it's just one of those coins that doesn't come around very often in the world of coin collecting. Finding a penny like this is like finding a needle in a haystack. The rarity and the story behind it only add to its allure, making it one of the most sought-after pennies in existence today. So, what do you think? Do you have a 1984 penny without a mint mark in your collection? Or perhaps you're thinking about starting a coin collection of your own? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and maybe even see some pictures of your rare finds. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the BS Coins World, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. We've got more fascinating coin stories coming your way, so stay tuned. We have an exciting topic for all you coin collectors and enthusiasts out there. We're going to dive into the incredible value of the 1997 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, and you won't believe how much it's worth in today's market. You might think that a penny, especially from 1997, is just another common coin. But this particular penny has caught the attention of collectors and numismatists around the world. Believe it or not, some of these 1997 D pennies have been known to sell for a staggering $1.6 million. That's right, $1.6 million for a single penny. But what makes this penny so special? Let's break it down. First off, you should know that most 1997 D pennies are worth just 1 cent, as you'd expect. So what's the secret behind this massive value? Well, it's all about a rare minting error that occurred at the Denver Mint in 1997. This error coin, which is often referred to as the 1997 D double die obverse, features a mistake in the way the image of Abraham Lincoln was stamped onto the coin. The double die effect means that the details of Lincoln's portrait and the inscriptions on the coin are slightly doubled or misaligned, which is a very rare and highly sought-after error among collectors. These errors can happen when a coin is struck more than once, or the die used to mint the coin was slightly misaligned. So, what makes the 1997 D double die penny stand out even more? Well, it's incredibly difficult to find, and only a handful of them are known to exist. Due to their rarity and the intense demand from collectors, these error coins have fetched incredible prices at auction. In fact, the highest known sale price for a 1997 D double die penny was a whopping $1.60 million. Now, if you're out there checking your change, it's important to note that not every 1997 D penny is worth a fortune. Most of the 1997 D pennies are just regular coins, but if you happen to find one with the double die error, you could have a coin worth a life-changing amount of money. So, how can you tell if your penny is worth $1.6 million? The most obvious sign is the doubled image of Lincoln's face and the inscriptions around the edge of the coin. If you see any doubling, it could be a clue that you've found a rare minting error. If you think you have one of these rare pennies, it's important to have it authenticated by a professional numismatist or coin grading service. These experts can determine if your coin is genuine and assess its condition, which can affect its value. But remember, not all coins with minor doubling are worth a fortune. It has to be a specific, well-known error to command such high prices. So, what's the takeaway from today's video? Keep an eye out for your 1997 D pennies. If you find one with that double die error, you might just be holding on to a coin worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on coin collecting and rare finds. And as always, leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you have any questions about your collection. We're diving into an extraordinary and rare find in the world of coin collecting: the 1973 D Lincoln penny. You may have one of these coins sitting in your collection, or perhaps even in your spare change. But did you know that a specific 1973 D Lincoln penny can be worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million? That's right, a penny worth just 1 cent to most could potentially be worth a fortune. Stick around as we explore how this coin became so valuable, how to spot it, and what makes it so special. Now, let's start by talking about the 1973 D Lincoln penny in general. Like most pennies, it features the classic design with Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, and on the reverse you'll find the traditional wheat stalks, though by 1973, the wheat design was replaced with the memorial building. Most of the 1973 D pennies are fairly common and worth only their face value of 1 cent, but wait, what if I told you that some of these pennies have something extra special about them? The secret to the $1.7 million value lies in a specific minting error. The coin that could fetch $1.7 million is actually a unique 1973 D penny that was mistakenly struck with the wrong planchet. A planchet is the blank metal disc used to create a coin. In this case, the 1973 D penny was accidentally struck on a planchet that was intended for a much larger coin, like a quarter or a $half. This error is incredibly rare, and it results in a penny that's much thicker, wider, and heavier than a standard 1973 D Lincoln penny. These irregularities in the coin's size and weight make it stand out, and it's the primary reason why this coin is worth so much. The coin's rarity, combined with the fact that only a few were ever produced, makes it a true gem for collectors. So, how can you tell if you have one of these ultra-rare 1973 D. Lincoln Pennies. First, you'll need to check the coin for its unusual characteristics. Look for the following. The coin will be noticeably larger and heavier than a regular penny. If you compare it side by side with a normal 1973 D penny, the difference will be quite clear. The error coin is also thicker than the standard penny. You may even notice that it doesn't fit properly into a regular penny slot in a coin holder or coin counting machine. Due to the larger planchet, the design on the coin may appear somewhat stretched or misshapen. The lettering and details on the reverse and obverse could look less defined than on a typical 1973 D penny. If you find a 1973 D penny with these features, it could be worth far more than you imagined. But remember, not every penny with a 1973 D mint mark will have this error. This is a rare occurrence that makes these pennies so valuable. So, how much are these coins actually worth? The highest recorded sale of a 1973 D Lincoln penny with this minting error was for a whopping $1.7 million at a prestigious coin auction. The buyer was a dedicated collector who knew the value of this rare coin. Since this particular penny was struck on the wrong planchet, it's considered a one-of-a-kind piece, which significantly drives up its value. These types of errors in coin production are highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. However, even if you don't have a $1.7 million penny, a coin like this still commands significant interest in the market. Similar error coins can be valued in the thousands, depending on their condition and rarity. If you believe you have found a rare 1973 D Lincoln penny, the best thing to do is get it appraised by a professional coin dealer or an expert in numismatics. They can confirm whether the coin is indeed the rare minting error, and if so, they can help you assess its current market value. Depending on its condition, it could be worth far more than you think. Additionally, you may want to consider having the coin certified by a grading service. Certification adds credibility and ensures that the coin is authentic and in the best condition possible, which will significantly increase its value if you decide to sell it. In the world of coin collecting, the 1973 D Lincoln penny is a shining example of how a small mistake at the mint can lead to a valuable treasure. While most 1973 D pennies are worth just 1 cent, if you happen to have one that was struck on the wrong planchet, you might be holding on to a coin that could be worth millions. We're diving into a truly rare find, the 1985 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and numismatists alike. Most pennies from the 1980s are worth just 1 cent, but there are exceptions, and the 1985 D penny is one of them. While the vast majority of 1985 pennies are fairly common and not worth more than their face value, a select few are extremely rare and valuable. So what makes this coin so valuable? The 1985 D Lincoln penny in question is incredibly rare due to a unique production error. These errors are often subtle, but they make all the difference in the world of coin collecting. The coin in question is a variety that features a distinct die crack or other anomalies that are not typically found in regular pennies. These rare errors can occur during the minting process. A slight misalignment or issue with the dies used to strike the coin can result in a design that's different from the norm. In the case of the 1985 D penny, these anomalies are so unique that they've created a coin with a highly sought-after value. At auction, one of these rare 1985 D pennies fetched an astounding $1.8 million. That's right, a single penny that was originally worth just 1 cent was sold for over $1 million. This goes to show how valuable the right coin can be in the world of collectors. How can you tell if your 1985 D penny is the rare one? First, you'll want to check for any unusual markings, die cracks, or other imperfections that might set it apart from the standard coin. Even small details, like the depth of the strike or the positioning of the mint mark, can influence the value of a coin. Collectors around the world are always on the lookout for these rare varieties. If you happen to come across a 1985 D penny in your spare change, make sure to take a closer look before you spend it. If you think you have a rare 1985 D penny, it might be time to get it professionally graded by a certified coin expert. Grading is a process that evaluates the coin's condition, rarity, and authenticity, and it plays a huge role in determining its market value. Once graded, your coin will have an official value, and if it's determined to be one of these rare varieties, you could find yourself in possession of a truly priceless piece of history. Who would have thought that a simple penny, dating back to 1985, could become such a valuable treasure. If you want to learn more about coin collecting, rare finds, and other amazing stories from the world of numismatics, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more fascinating insights. Remember, sometimes the smallest things can have the biggest value. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye on your change.